888-775-3773. Let me go to Karen, a first-time caller out of Florida. Karen, welcome to the show. You're on the air. Is it Karen? No, Karen? Karen?
Hello?
You're on the air.
Yes, sir. I know there's something wrong with me. I don't know how to fix it exactly. Like, I listen to you all the time. I've been listening to you since, like, 2016. Sometimes I'm okay, and I go by what you say, and I'm all right. And I'm having a problem letting someone go, and I keep letting them affect me.
And so your question...
I was just about to say, I know that's not a question. I don't know where to start. I don't know how to fix anything. I'm letting someone affect me even today that lied to my face, and I don't know how to stop letting it hurt me when I know it's in my head.
And so your question for me is what?
How do I get better?
By coming out of your head. You're only living in your thoughts, and those thoughts are giving you a false idea that you love this person when you really don't love them. You just think you
Yes,
do,
sir.
and you're thinking about when you first met him, how nice it was, and you thought he loved you, and you thought you loved him. You're just living on memories. They're not real.
Well, to begin with, like from the whole entire time that I've known this person, I know that they're bad. And I stay away from them, and then I still let them. I have a child with this person, and I still let them talk to me sometimes, and then they come in, and I still end up getting hurt, and I don't have sex with them. I don't do nothing like that.
And how do you get hurt then if you don't have any kind of...
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for not letting you finish. I just let them affect me in different ways. Like, if they lied to me about something, it still hurts. Things like that, and I know it shouldn't. And it's like, okay, they're bad. They're lying right to my face. And I know when they're lying to my face. And I'm still here crying. You feel me? Like, I don't know how to...
Have you heard me say to drop your anger?
Yes, sir, and I want to so bad.
And why have you done
wrong
that?
With me.
Why have you done that?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm okay most of the time, and then when I let this person back in, their evilness that they have affects me. And I know it shouldn't.
Have you gone and forgiven your mother?
Yes, sir. I told her, I kind of copped out and was like, oh, I listened to this guy on the radio, and he tells me that, like, no matter how well you think your parents did, that you still have resentment towards them and that you need to forgive them. And I said, oh, well, Mom, if there's anything I have against you, I forgive you for anything I have against you. And she said, oh, well, that sounds stupid. He sounds like an idiot. I said, no, he's not an idiot at all. He's a very smart man. And she just, like, kind of blew it off. And it was that.
And so you did not forgive her then?
I didn't.
No. That's why you're still emotional. You got to forgive your mother in spite of for what she says or anything. And then shaking in your boots, you got to forgive her so God can take the spirit of anger away from you. And once that is taken away from you, no one can affect you emotionally at all, no matter what. If they lie to you or not, if they want to be friends, fine. If they want to come by, fine. You will be fine either way, but you got to forgive so you can be forgiven.
How do I forgive her in the right way?
By truly, when you can realize that you do have that anger toward her, you're not forgiving her, you go to her and apologize for resenting her, because just as you can help yourself in your situation, your mother could not help herself. And when you realize that and forgive her, then God will forgive you, and you'll be fine. Do the silent prayer. Are you doing the silent prayer?
No, sir.
You got to work on yourself.
I know.
Why haven't you been working on yourself?
I feel like I do every single day. Not the way that you're telling me to.
And how do you work on yourself then?
I try to make sure I'm doing well by my child and like trying to stay out of any sort of anger or being upset or inside my head. And I try to stay present all the time and just be with her because I'm the only one with her all the time. So I don't have any help. So I'm just with her all the time. I don't really have, maybe when she goes to sleep is when I could do it. But I know my mom wasn't perfect. I know that even now. I kind of don't really go around her too much. I kind of stay away from her. But I don't feel like I'm holding resentment against something that I feel like she did really bad to me. So when I do forgive her, as much as that might help, I don't feel like it's going to help me with this other person that I can't seem to get out of my life. And I think it's because so bad I want a family. Like I wanted to be submissive and like really like I wanted my family to be together.
Oh, I see. So you want a family.
Yes, sir. I wanted my kid to have an actual family. I didn't want her to come from a broken home, but I know the person that is her dad is bad to me.
And why do you want that?
Because I feel like it really affects her.
But if you don't have, if you didn't have the anger, let's say you didn't have the anger, and
yes, sir.
Would it still affect your daughter that you're her father not together?
I think so, yes.
How would it affect her? You're not,
because I feel like she needs her dad in her life. I feel like
it sounds like you're not trying to keep the father away, right?
No, sir. I actually do the opposite. I try to get her to spend time with him, and he makes all types of excuses of, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. I don't have time. So he just never really sees her except for like once a week, maybe, something like that.
Well, stop doing all that. Don't be trying to make him be with her. You make sure that he knows that he can be with her. You're not doing it.
Well, I'm sorry. Oh, I hate cutting you. That's terrible. I know I need to listen to you out of all people. Trust me. I don't hound him. Come see her. Nothing like that. I let him know openly. Anytime you want, you can, just call me. You can come see her. I was just saying that.
Oh, okay.
When I don't push it on him. I just let him know, like, hey, she really, like, okay, because, like, for the first time in, like, a couple weeks yesterday, he finally took her for a walk for, like, 20 minutes. And I said, man, I'm so glad she got to go for a walk with you. She really appreciates it. That means a lot to her. You see what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that. But I don't push it on him. I just say, hey, I even told him, I said, I'm not judging you about it. The other day he acted like, because I mentioned it, that, he started retaliating. And I said, hey, look, it's not like that. I was like, I just want her to have time with you. I don't care to judge you. It has nothing to do with anything between us. I said, I just wanted to make sure she has time with you because you're her dad and she needs time with her dad, and that's it. But I do know a lot of it is in my head because I want my family together, and that part of it is in my head, and I know that because I wanted us to be a family.
So here's what I recommend. Stop saying any of those things to him at all.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Because you're doing it still with this idea that you're going to get the man back while pretending that the most important thing is for the daughter, when it's really for you to try to get him back.
I do believe there's underlining things of that, but there are times where I stay completely away from him, and I feel like I'm getting healthier spiritually and all of that, and the only communication I have with him is, hey, are you going to come see her? And then that's it. And then he goes with her, and that's it.
Don't even ask anymore if you're coming to see her or anything.
Okay.
He knows, according to you, he knows that he can see her. And what I recommend is
he says the opposite. If you were to ask him, he would say, "Oh, you make it difficult. You keep me from her." Like he's got a whole nother different story of excuses of why he can't see her. But
you make it difficult?
I swear to absolutely not.
Okay.
I've never have in any way.
But
no lies at all.
You may be making it difficult because he knows that you want him back.
No. He comes to me trying to get us to be. He wants to be with me, and he was even here just yesterday trying to be with me. And I kept saying like, no, because I know you're not. Like, you know what I mean? And then I was like asking him about something that he was lying right to my face about, and I knew he was lying about it.
So then why are you crying then if you know that, if he wanted to be with you, but do you want to be with him?
I do. I just know he's a bad person, and that's my problem. Is I know I can't be with someone that'll lie right to my face, and I know it's in my head because I know I still want to try to work my family out, and I still want to be with him, and I still keep going and like giving him a chance. And then when I give him a chance, I don't sleep with him. I do nothing like that.
Nice.
But just going around him. I haven't slept with him in I can't even tell you how long. Probably a couple years.
Okay, here's what I recommend.
I'm celibate. I don't even do any of that. But when I do go around him, like he does bad things, and I'm like reminded again because he's one of those people that are like off and on. He's got this bipolar thing where he's very nice and sweet and loving and honest, and then all of a sudden goes into this really bad evil person. I'm like, okay, so the evil person must be the real person.
Karen,
Yes, sir.
Calm down.
Sorry.
Take a breath.
I know. I'm feeling crazy right now.
Take a breath.
I'm not always like this.
Here's what I recommend you do if you want to be free.
Yes, sir.
Start doing the silent prayer. Stay out of your thoughts so you can forget about the memories of this guy and you can deal with him in the present and you'll be fine. But you got to stay out of your imagination.
See, what the thing is like I on a regularly, I don't sound like, if I were to call you tomorrow, I would sound completely different and calm and regular.
But you should be you should be regular all the time, not just sometimes.
Exactly. And then every time it's like he's coming around me like, oh no, everything, I love you, that there's this and this and this, and I'm all like, okay, I know something's off. And then it's like I catch him in another lie. And I'm like, okay, this person's evil. And I try to remind myself, this person's evil. But it's like the evilness creeps in and I start feeling my anger again, like on a daily basis when the person ain't even around because it's like the evilness is creeping in or something.
Stop judging him.
I tried that too.
But you haven't. Stop judging the man. He can't help himself. Just as you can't help yourself, he cannot help himself. It's enough for you to see what's going on.
That's why I need to stay away from him.
Right. But don't judge him.
Yeah, and when I do that, I'm like, okay, I'm just not gonna, like, that has nothing to do with me. It's not his fault or whatever. It has nothing to do with me. Like what he does, even if it's lying, has nothing to do with me, and I just leave him alone. It's like I just don't know how to describe it. I don't know. It's like I still let him creep back in, like even if it takes weeks or months, and then I let him creep back in and tell me all the same things of why it was only this and downplay all the stuff he was doing.
But why? Because of time, why do you need to believe him either way? You're not going to be back with him. It's not going to happen. And so why you need to believe it? If he's telling you the truth, fine. If he's not, fine.
I think deep down, I still want that. I still want to be with the father of my child.
And that's
I don't
why
want to be with
you're having
else.
a problem, Karen, because you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to want for anything.
I agree, and I don't know how to stop sometimes. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I'll go days or weeks or months being in my normal state, and then when he creeps back in, I do this again. And it happened again this morning where he's like lying right in my face over and over. And then I called you because it's like sometimes when I get like this, I don't know how to stop. Like,
okay.
I'm literally calling him over and over again. And he's like, leave me alone. Just don't have nothing to do with me because I'm a bad person. And I'm still calling him, like crying. So I called you because I'm like, I don't know who to call.
Amazing. Listen, calm down. Go and take a breath. Do the silent prayer so you can come out of your imagination. You'll be fine.
Yes, sir. Okay. Well, what do I do in the future when I keep doing? Because this has been going on for 5 years, sir.
Right, but if you stay with the prayer, stay out of your imagination, we'll all end just like that.
Then I won't let him back in anymore. I won't let him around me anymore.
Absolutely.
Okay. What do I do as far as like wanting us to be a family? Because I do feel like that.
Stop wanting that.
When it comes to a child and being in a family and having the dad and mom around, I know that affects them being raised by the single mom.
Karen.
Yes, sir.
Forget about all that.
Don't you find that important, sir?
No. Forget about it. You need to work on you so you can overcome judging your ex and judging yourself and feeling this way. And then, because it's not like that, you're not with him, it looks like he's never going to be, why not accept reality so you can overcome the false ideas that you have in your mind?
I think because neither one of us end up being with anyone else. He doesn't sleep with anyone else, and I don't sleep with anyone else because I think we both still really want our family together. But he's a bad person, and we know we can't be together, but we still end up in the end like trying to because we want to have our. I think we're both like that.
Karen, forget about him, what he wants, and you work on you, overcoming what you think you want.
Yes, sir.
So start doing the silent prayer. And so you can stop looking at him and judging him. He can't help himself, whatever going on. And you just work on you, and you'll be fine. You're responsible for your own world.
Okay.
Stop looking at him. Stop wanting him. Stop expecting anything from him. And just work on you so you can come out of your hell.
I've done that in the past, and I always end up messing up again, like I did today. I've done that in the past, and I start like the last couple of days, I was feeling so good spiritually and everything, and my anger was going so far down, and I was feeling so good, and then I
So
let him
just
back in.
stop crying. Just come back to working
Yes,
on
sir.
you. You'll be fine.
Okay, I'll probably call you back in the future because I imagine I'll end up here.
Okay.
I've
But
been listening to you. I just want to say real quick, I've been listening to you for so many years. I respect you so much. I've been listening to you since like 2016. You really helped me out with so much. I'm gonna hurry and get you. I know you got to get off the phone, but I do. I love you.
I love you
I
too.
love you. Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you, sir.
All right.
Okay, bye bye. Thank you
now.
so much for taking my call. Thank
You're
you. Bye-bye.
welcome. Bye now.